And
yeah, you could do your own thing. I'm just going to talk.
okay. I can't hear you, unfortunately. The connection is not too good, my dear. Hopefully it gets better. Hello to everyone. We are starting in just a few moments. Bear with us. A bit of technical issues with the sound. My dear, can you please repeat what you just said?
All of this, what's happening today, is divine.
It is, my dear.
Really calling for us together here.
Yes.
To really be here in this space. It is truly, I'm really grateful for everyone for tuning in.
Me too, and thank you for being here with me, my dear. And our fearless friends, we are going to start in just a few moments. An amazing person, a beautiful friend, Jing is giving us some amazing insights onto what it means to live your best life and to manifest your divinity that you already have within. And I did dress up. I'm going to share my pretty outfit as Jing suggested in just a few moments because it's celebrating life. It is celebrating the beauty inside of us. And my dear, going on Instagram Live, you see me sometimes look at our friends on YouTube, a bit on Instagram, but I'll be mostly here with you on Zoom. Let's make sure that everything is working properly. And we are live.
Wonder Woman.
And you too, my dear. And hello to you.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's now can really see it. Wonder Woman in action.
Two Wonder Women in action, actually. And you know, I was thinking, Jing, when you sent me that photo of you, that beautiful photo of you with the curly hair, the one that I used in our cover art, and I think that our friends can also see it. We basically look like sisters. Just have a look at the cover art that I made. It's like we are related. And hello to our friends. We are going to start in just a few moments. An amazing, more than spiritual talk about manifesting, about life, about purpose, about just being, not doing, just being and enjoying the divinity that we have within us. This is going to be an absolutely spectacular talk, and that's why I dressed up, showing it to you in just a few moments because I really felt like celebrating today. And my dear, before we start, I'm going to just brief you just a second on the technical. I have prepared a beautiful introduction for you. By the way, thank you for sending it to me. Thank you for your amazing achievements, for sharing it all with our audience, with everyone watching us and listening to us. And yes, I feel like starting in just a few seconds, if that's okay with you.
Oh, absolutely.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. And we are going to start. Hello, Claire. It's great to have you with us. Thank you for joining. Hopefully, you can stay on this magnificent talk today on manifesting with my wonderful guest and friend, Jing. Hopefully, you can be with us and let us know if you have any questions. Okay, and we are going to start the actual recording in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. Did you think that it would be amazing for you to start manifesting a life that is making your divinity shine with every single step? Welcome to episode 56, Manifest at Your Highest Level with Jing He, an amazing friend, a wonderful spiritual guide for me because every time that I am in her presence, every time that I write to her or talk to her, something happens. There is a special click, and I cannot be more fortunate and grateful than to share this with you. A bit about Jing, not much because you know that she's going to do the main talking today. As a humanitarian, Jing has been exploring in the field of transformation, healing, and well being for over a decade, driven by the question, how do I best serve humanity? And my introduction is going to stop here because I believe that there's nothing more powerful than this question. How do I best serve humanity? Putting all your work and dedication and passion into making this world a better place is a gift that I believe that we should all be exploring. And welcome, my dear Jean. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Oh, thank you so much. And you are so intuitive. That's absolutely the truth about really less is more. It's not even about how much you can introduce me. It's really about acknowledging everybody. I mean, even for my introduction, I really want to use this time to acknowledge everyone who's taking time to tune in here today. Because, we all can be anywhere, right? Doing anything, but we choose to be here for a certain reason. Because the question that we addressed over here is actually what makes the difference. Even when you talk about the topic of overcome fear, how do we actually really do something that's gonna make a difference for all of us? And when you talk about that, I put hope in my life for this. It's actually the opposite. What happened is that with all of my exploring, because my journey, I'm being an explorer. This is also who I was born to do, right? Because we all have different roles in life. Being an explorer, it was really about first to go out and explore and see what is out there. And then when I come back and realize, wow, even this humanity is not outside of me. It is within me. So how do I best serve humanity? You wouldn't believe it. It actually all comes back to the self. That's why when you were posting and you're saying that, wow, everything is actually within, all of that we are seeking, it is within.
You right? Are so right.
This is why it is so valuable, so precious for all of you to come into the space for the co-creation. Because no matter what we are sharing here today, it is really meaningless without your generous listening out there and you tuning in and being part of it and take on whatever that resonates with you. Because my intention here today is not about teaching you anything at all. My intention today is actually to acknowledge you and to be a mirror so that reflects something that's inside of you. If you resonate, because we also have different tastes as well in life. And the truth is that we are all really at the right place, the right time, always doing the right thing, regardless. Maybe we're suffering physical illnesses, maybe we're suffering relationship setbacks, or even career or money issues, regardless. It's all meant to be, it's a part of the journey. Unless we come to face with that, acknowledge all of that, nothing can change. Because the more we resist, the more it's going to persist. Wow. This is the number one message to overcome our fear in everything that we do, is first to understand and know who we are, like this, right? I cannot even do wrong. You cannot do wrong. You cannot fail. The purpose of all of us on this journey is to experience. It's not about even getting in. It's not about getting anywhere. It is about experience.
Wow. And when you say this, Jing, it feels extremely relieving, really such a great relief to just be who you are and just enjoy the fact that we are alive, and that is in itself the best accomplishment ever. And I did feel like celebrating today. As
You haven't done
as
the
I
drawing
got
around for us.
as I
Show
got
us
ready
your
for
dance.
sure,
Oh
as
my
I
God.
got ready for
So beautiful.
today, I really wanted to, I felt that we need to celebrate life more. And today it is a celebration of life and love and us having this divine talk. And yes, I'm going to show you, hopefully, that my our friends on Instagram can see it, but let me go a bit further
Yes.
here. Yes, this is my princess style gown for today because I really wanted to feel very special, and I realized that we do not need a special occasion for this to happen, but we have the most special occasion for me this week, our talk together. The truth is, Jing, that we need to celebrate and just enjoy every step along the way. And hopefully that my YouTube friends can see this feeling very festive today, thanks to my amazing guest that has given me so much relief. I think this is the word for me. You make me feel like it's perfectly safe and amazing to be myself. And this is a great gift, Jing. And I wanted to ask you, my dear, how did you get to find your amazing mission? What has happened to you through the years that got you to discover this beautiful gift that you are sharing with us?
Wow. Okay. This is a bit too the beautiful gift is in everyone. This is what I was saying earlier. We're all so unique in a way that we all have our gifts hidden, right? And then when we know the truth is that everything is within, whatever that we are seeking, right? I mean, of course, we're going to share a little bit more with my story and unfold and all of that, but I really wanted to address over here is it's not me. Like this gift, whatever the gift that we're talking about, it is in everyone. Whoever is listening now, tuning in here, it is about commitment to standing for ourselves, loving ourselves, having compassion that we all heard before, and then also knowing we all have this gift, the genius, the talent that is within us, and also so unique to each and every one of us, so that we can express ourselves from that point, right? Instead of comparing with everybody. Because you see, the moment you're saying like, oh my God, I am so special, I have this. But you see, the truth is that the second part, which I wanted to say about overcome fear, it is actually know thyself. So you were asking me, how did I get to really unravel this gift that is within me? It is actually the journey of know myself. It is truly a journey of know myself and my commitment. I literally declared myself. I'm only committed to the truth, nothing but the truth. So I don't entertain anything that is actually illusion. Yes, I can get into that, explore, but eventually I'm guided towards the truth, which is me, the self. This is the journey. And of course, you know, when I started, it's kind of like everybody, right? This is how everybody is starting with hurts, trauma, or difficult circumstances. You know, I was born on the small farm village in Inner Mongolia, China. And not too many years ago, really, I was herding sheep and goats on a farm. So from that, and of course, I think there's some sort of a divine intervention as well, because each one of us, if we're willing, if we are willing, we can really tune into that. So it was one day when I was about 10 years old, and there's this airplane flying overhead, and it was really loud booming noise. Usually we don't see it because it's flying really high. It's above the cloud. But that day was really unique. I think that was the only time I saw it, and then never again. The plane actually flew like quite close to the ground where I can see the windows on the side.
Wow.
So when I saw that, I was like, wow. I was literally mesmerized, right? You could imagine a little girl like herding sheep and goats, and I haven't even seen the plane in real, right? That was the shock. And of course, I also know what it was, the airplane was for. intuitively somehow I made a vow inside of myself. I literally said, you know what? One of the days, I'll be on an airplane like that, flying around the world, doing the things I love. And most importantly, I think, just leading by example, saying, it's possible. Even though I was herding sheep and goats, so what, right? And I can dream. And I just felt that so real. I mean, I was closing my eyes to experience that the moment. And it felt so real. Guess what happened? Fast forward about 10 years, all of that happened. Like I was flying on the airplane like nonstop all over the place. First, of course, within China, and then shortly after, I was all over the world.
Wow.
So this is what the dream, right? The power of the self. And also, when we talk about fear, regardless what circumstances we have, when we are allowing the fear to come and like cage ourselves in, that's when we are prisoners. But we don't realize the control is actually within. All the keys are within. If we're willing, right? If we're willing to see what we're sharing today is really about possibilities. Really about it's okay, even though you are experiencing whatever you're experiencing, it is okay. The truth is that only when we stop struggling, when we stop resisting, we can actually have the space and have the possibility to choose again. So the theme of today is about choice. Choose again. If something that you don't want to experience right now, simply acknowledge it and simply say, okay, all right, this is what I'm dealing with it. No more judgment, no more resistance, and just choose again. And we have the power. But of course, I will be also sharing with you some of the simple exercises at the end. If you have time, I'll be sharing a little bit even practices.
Yes, for sure, my dear.
Yeah, what you can do, how you can actually control your energy and use this energy to really make a difference in your life and your community and in the world. Because the message is really truly about you. Being you is the missing piece in this world. It's not even about we have to go rush outside to help anyone, to do this and that. It is actually the journey towards the self. That's the true power, right? So this is pretty much, in a nutshell, my story. But of course, you can imagine along the way, there's so many different things that being a human, we all experience. Because the truth is, life is not about things are not happening. There's only one way. Like, this is only the wanted way. Oh my God, I want peace, I want money, I want love. And if that's the only thing that you get in life, newsflash, you probably don't want to be here anymore. Bored to death. Because that's the truth of who we are in our core. The divine self is that we have everything. We have everything we ever need. But we're taking on this human form to come and experience limitation. To experience. So then we can actually play this game for the life. And then afterwards, the journey, of course, at the end is to go back to who we are, go back home, to be one with the source, one with God, to who we truly are. And this is how we are journeying gradually towards that. And some of my experiences, which I will be sharing with you in a bit about this and what's possible. Some of the experiences I know it will be like really challenging. It's beyond your belief systems, and don't worry about it. Whatever it is all fine. Either you can believe it or you don't believe it, you are right. There's nothing that you have to do anything. You're just being there. My invitation is that instead of judging it, just take whatever that you resonate, see what in here that we're sharing, the space most importantly. to being here, to be acknowledged, to know who you are. So then you can come from here, right? And then operate from here and take what you need, take what can make a difference for you. And walk your own journey. That's my intention. I'm here to serve. I'm not here to teach you, or there's nothing that you need to do or you should do. It is our choice, and that's the space.
Beautifully said. There is so much freedom in everything that you say, my dear, and it feels that we literally do not have anything to worry about. And before you share with us more about your experiences and those amazing techniques that you use, can you please share with us what is one of the greatest lessons that you have been blessed to learn in this human shape that you are keeping your divine energy? And I hope I said it right. Does it make sense?
Oh my God, you really caught me. So the truth is that for me, I mean, every moment in my life, there's incredible divine shifts. Like, I mean, there's so many moments. I mean, this is like literally because my commitment, right? So what happened to me is that I cannot even compare which one is the greatest moment. The only greatest moment for me is this right here, this moment, the presence that is always for me the most precious, great moment. Because I was sharing with you before we started, just before we started this talk, I mean, Apple sent me all these memories of all the photos and all the memories, videos, and they made a video, right? It was so beautifully made, and I was looking through, I mean, tears coming to my eyes, and to remind me of who I am and how everything is, right? And to see, most importantly, I think, is the commitment. So if you ask me, what is the greatest shift, and I would say just really being here, commit ourselves to what makes the difference. Because we can be pulled in so many different directions, right? So the greatest shift is that when I really started to walk on this path, and also affirmed by my memories, that I would go high and low, far and near, go anywhere to the end of the world. It doesn't matter, that I would be committed to the truth. Like last year, I was called to be in Peru in the Amazon jungle, and I was there in the midst of all of this pandemic. Doesn't matter. I made my solo trip, and I was in the jungle, being with the animals, and it was incredible. And I needed to be there because I felt the call. But I mean, you see again, many people say, oh yeah, that's because of you. Like, again, it is about we are willing, if we are willing. Because I'm declaring all the time. If you don't declare, we'll always be covered by all of these circumstances, old programming. I'm declared to be willing. I'm declared to be used as a channel. I'm declaring myself to be of service. So then I'm willing to listen to the intuition that's coming from within. Again, see the difference is not about outside, it is about coming from within. Listen to ourselves and to acknowledge who we truly are. Right? So, I mean, I would say the greatest shift is still yet on the way, and it's always happening. It is always occurring right here, right now. Even like this talk. I mean, do you think I'm not learning anything from this? It is because the beautiful space that everybody is here holding this space of co-creation, that we are making difference to each other. And we are all gifts to each other. If we are willing to see and listen and to acknowledge and to align ourselves with the truth. So
Wow. As I'm listening to you, and I love it that we are live because people can literally see and feel my transformation as well because I'm getting so many aha moments thanks to what you are telling us today. And my dear, as I hear you talk, I realize that fear for you is something that you embrace and enjoy as being a remarkable part of your journey. Can you please share with us a few insights on fear?
Oh, that is so beautifully said. That's absolutely true. Do you think our life here is to get rid of fear? Oh my God, far from that. You know, we have people who don't really have fear because that's actually illness. And they burn themselves, they kill themselves, and they can't even live by themselves. No independence. People have to be with them all the time to watch over them. Otherwise, they'll be dead. So the purpose of our life is actually not to get rid of fear. Fear keeps us alive. Of course, we're saying certain amount, but what happened is that our design, how we are in this life, is that we're all programmed from the beginning, or the environment, the circumstances, how we are making ourselves survive because we copied others. Right? There's so much limitation, so much fear that actually programmed into us, even from past lives, whatever, right? So the truth is that it became something like a monster, like a ghost, right? When you don't know, when you don't face it, you know what happened to the ghosts, right? It becomes a huge thing, and you can actually be killed by fear. And then we can be petrified, we cannot move, we cannot do anything in life. But the truth is that the moment you face the fear, whatever it is we're dealing with, right, we can actually go knowledge. We can actually pinpoint it. We can actually say, you know what? Oh, this is it. What it is. This is what I'm dealing with. Because you see, most of the times, because we don't know ourselves, and then we are so focused on learning from others or hearing others say, comparing with others, instead of we say, okay, all right, let's know thyself. I actually explored this extensively. I looked through all the different systems, especially numerology, right? Because we're all numbers, actually, frequency. So if you know our numerology, you know your numbers, you know how you vibrate, what you're here to do, your life purpose, right? And your destiny before you leave the planet, what you're supposed to accomplish, and who you truly are, vibrating from your core level. My God, it's so freeing, right? This is different levels of knowing myself. And then I also look into astrology. I look into Chinese system of astrology. This is an ancient divination, which is highly, highly revered by really top psychologists in the West, by the father of all the psychologists, from Sigmund Freud, and also Carl Jung. They even wrote the preface of the book. They translated the Book of Changes according to the Chinese system. Literally has everything, which means, believe it or not, our lives, we came in with a certain design, which means we chose a certain life path, journey, how we are, our relationship with parents, our relationships with the siblings, our relationship with ourselves, with our children, our health, our money, our relationship with our spouse. All of that is actually, you can read in your system, in the design. It's so accurate. I was blown away when I saw that. I was like, wow, why are we still resisting? Why are we still fighting? Why are we still saying, no, it shouldn't be this way, it should be the other way? Voila! Right? The more we fight, the more it's actually coming like a spider web, right? You know what happened? You got caught in spider web. The more you fight, it becomes tighter. Like this drowning person, the more you fight, you're sinking faster. And that's the experience of most people in this world, right? It's just self-created, all of this. And the more we are letting go and release and understand, you know what? There's really nothing to fight about. And the fear, it's okay. We can acknowledge it. We can deal with it by knowing ourselves. I mean, I was in the fear, I was drowning, but because I didn't know, so of course the experience is horrible. It's kind of like we are in a dark room, right, filled with stuff. There's no light. We just keep bumping here, keep bumping there, and just feel so horrible experience. But the moment we choose to say, oh, okay, what it takes actually, let's turn on some lights. That light is within. So then you can actually start to see, you can, no matter what you're dealing with, you can actually navigate your way. And you can also choose to rearrange the stuff. You can choose to clear some of the stuff, right, within your space. So then you can have a bigger space. This is exactly the theme of today, right? We're talking about, it's all about creating that space. It's not even about anything new, because everything we're sharing here, we all know. It's inside of us. It's our inner knowing. The reason why you can resonate is because now you come to a stage, you come to a pace where you are ready to acknowledge yourself, your own power, right? Ready to really take on this next journey of discovering yourself. There's really nothing new. Nothing new.
You are so right, my dear.
Embodiment.
You are so right. Would you please share with us, what would you think that would be the first step for someone that is really interested in having their best lives, a beautiful, carefree existence? What would be the first step? What do they need to do?
Yeah, well, what a beautiful question. This is exactly what's coming as well, because I was, as we were talking earlier, I really wanted to share this with everyone. I mean, there are so simple, easy tools out there, right? And it doesn't have to be complicated. Because for me, if you really come to this understanding, less is more. Don't try to make things so complicated. But of course, if that's where you are right now, you resonate with that, go ahead, because that's what you got to experience. Because to the end, the simpler, the better. Less is more. This is the truth. So the easiest way for you, if you want to take on, to discern what is the truth, what is not, is just by simply, whatever you're dealing with, right? Just assess, ask that anything that you are feeling heavy, makes you feeling like dragged down, that you feel, oh my God, fear, lack, limitation. Guess what? It's not the truth. Anything that makes you feel light, feel exuberant, feels like joy, you're inspired. That's the truth. Very simple. Just start from this to assess. Of course, if you know what's truth, what's not, you can choose easily. Right? You don't have to believe, because anything that's unwanted, heavy, dragging you down, scaring you, but still controlling you, not because there's something wrong with them, it is because you gave your power to them, you identified with them. Any moment you can choose to disidentify. Get your power back. So nobody can do anything to you if you don't agree with them. Don't give your power to them. Don't identify with it. Oh my God, nothing can control you in this world. Nothing. We have so many great examples, right, in history, throughout history. Gandhi, Mandela, right? They made history because of this. And we all can. And this is the channeled message, which I think it's perfect time to share. And then also at the end, I will share again with this. This is not even from the human, okay? This is from the divine. What is said is this. One person who's tuned in, turned on, and connected with the true self is more powerful than millions who are not. One person.
Wow.
And it can be you. It doesn't mean that it will happen just one day or one clip or one flip of the finger. but it can be a commitment. And that's my commitment. This is what you were asking me earlier about this. I mean, I can simply commit myself. I'm still a human, okay? I'm still walking my journey. I still get triggered. Oh my God, I can get so triggered. But you see, if I'm willing to look into the blessing, the lesson, so all of that is actually the joy. And I'm so grateful for being human here, to experience all of these different varieties of lessons and learning. And then, of course, eventually to align with the truth, my truth, right? To align with God. Because God honors and respects everything and everyone. Everything and everyone exists because of the grace of God. So who are we here to judge or criticize? Especially ourselves. You know, all of that fear is actually self-created. It is because we were programmed and we were so hurt and wounded at the beginning. That's why all of this pounding of the self, beating itself up, and the fear, all of that comes in. It's fear of survival. So one, just discern from sense what makes you light, what makes you heavy, and then walk away from what makes you heavy. You don't have to entertain it, but we don't have to judge it, right? If you judge it, guess what? Your energy is already entangled with it. Just with awareness, let it go, let it be. You don't have to give any real attention to it. Choose what works for you.
Wow, I am loving this advice. Thank you so much for saying this. We sometimes forget, Jing, how amazing we are. And as you said, we have it all within us. Every single thing that we should basically be following in this human form, on this amazing path. Our system tells us. We get signs, we get all sorts of amazing lessons along the way. But as we sometimes forget, then we jump back on this amazing journey. We are happy again, then we are. But at the end of the day, who are we to judge? Who are we to judge, Jing? And I think that our audience, because I sure am so curious to learn more about your techniques, my dear. What have you prepared for us today? What are the methods that you use?
Well, I mean, there's so many different approaches, right? That's also my commitment that I really go out and explore so many different directions so that I can discern, I can actually use to serve people in the best way that works for them. Because everybody's with a different pace in life and requires different love and different support. So, I mean, one of the things which I want to share with everyone is just like we talked about the lightness and the heaviness. This is actually our energy. This is the inner knowing our intuition is telling us, right? If you really want to feel your energy, like really feel it from your palms, okay? You can literally feel it. So we can do a little test. So if you want, you can experience that, right? So what we can do now is that we can do a little bit of experiment. If you're interested, join us. Otherwise, you can just watch. But I think it's more fun if you join us so you can feel for yourself, okay? So first, let's do a little bit of sensing of the energy, and then you can test what makes you heavy, what makes you feel light, even from the weight, okay? So first, I want you to do is just like kind of like rub your palms. Just rub your palms, rub. And you feel something's moving because you can create your energy. You know the energy is with you, right? Afterwards, I want you to put your thumbs into the middle of your palm, one, and the other one into the other side. Perfect. So I want you to just relax your palms like in front of you and sense and feel. Do you feel anything? Do you feel that center? Do you feel the energy? Do you feel that you actually have control of all energy? And this is universal energy. You can create your energy right in your palms. And another secret, if you don't know, if you have never heard of it, do you know your hands can heal anything? Yeah, when you have a headache, you put it over here. When you have a pain somewhere, you put it there. Oh my God, it's already happening. But the truth, the secret is that most of the time, guess what? People don't believe that, right? They don't know that. They just disregard it. Say, no, it doesn't really work. But it is all truth. It's a science, and they have used very advanced equipment to capture all of this. What is really happening energetically? So, see, this is probably one of the techniques you can really, you got to develop that, right? You can use to do anything for yourself. This one tool alone, you're set up for life.
Wow, thank you for sharing this with us. And I really felt things happening in my hands, in my palms. This is amazing. Right? Yes.
Not done yet. Not done yet. I will show you what is really happening. By the way, if you want to use a name for this is kind of, it can be called Reiki, it can be called pranic healing, reconnective healing, anything to do with energy. It's not us. It is us develop that awareness so that we allow the universal energy to be facilitated through us. The healing happens. Okay, wow. So right now what we're going to do is that we're going to use our hands. So you choose one hand, okay? I choose the left hand, you say one word, okay? Let's say one hand, left hand, you can put down your right hand. So speak to your left hand in the palm, the word hate, hate.
Hate, hate.
Hate, right. Okay, so now we can put the left hand down, we'll put the right hand, and you speak into your right palm, the word love, love.
Love. Love.
Love. Love. All right. So now I want you to put your hands together, like just like on the like a level, right? So not like that. Just like a front, like whatever. Yeah. And I want you to really sense. You don't have to think so much in your hand. Okay. Just allow your intuition to sense. See which palm is lighter, which palm is heavier. If you can really sense the difference, yes. Right? Any energy that is really not aligned with our truth, it will drag, it will be heavy. Any energy that is really aligned with who we are, the truth, it will be lighter. And you can just really feel the difference. Even though some people who say, oh no, I can't feel really much of difference, it's okay. Because you see, it takes tuning into who you truly are to feel this. Most of the people actually can. If you can't, there's nothing wrong. It's just simply saying that you have been giving your power to the outside for too long, right? And you can choose to, again, now commit to yourself to discover we actually have the power. We can do so much for ourselves, for our family. I mean, so much. Like, we can really use that to create everything. So now I want you to just like that's it. Okay, so we clear the energy, so we come back to align with who we truly are. There are some other things that we can do. It's gonna really blow some people's mind, but if you are willing, if everybody's game, we can play another one.
Yes, okay. Oh my God, yes. We need to test another one, definitely.
Yeah, so this one will really tune into your power, who we are, power over intention, power of words, okay? And this is also captured by research, and you can see for yourself. First, sometimes not everybody can see, but most will be able to see, okay? So what I want you to do is that kind of like take your left palm, take your right palm, and align them together with the indentation line at the bottom, the long one, at your bottom, right? So once you align this one, you can see, right, your little finger. One might be longer than the other one, right? If you can't see which one is longer, which sometimes some people are the same, doesn't matter. Just take whatever you choose. But if we align, we have one shoulder, we take the shorter one. Okay, we take the shorter palm and we put in front of our face. So then we're gonna say it together to this low finger, to this fingers, this hand, okay, to this low finger. Grow longer. We're gonna say it 8 times, okay? So we're gonna say it together, all right? So just intentionally and also with words, we're gonna intend it to grow longer, okay? All right, so let's do it all together. Grow longer. 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 And grow longer. All right, so now you line up both of your hands. Do the same with the indentation line, and you can see how it goes.
Wow.
Do you see it as it grows longer? Wow. I can see it from here.
Like, look at this. This is amazing.
Oh,
this is truly amazing what we can do. I mean, we are a part of divinity, and this is just confirming the truth that we truly have everything within us. This is magnificent. Thank you so much for sharing these amazing exercises, Jing. Oh my God, I'll be playing. I'll be testing my energy a lot this weekend.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying, as we are journeying, committing to ourselves, to our true selves, there's really nothing impossible. And, I shared with you a bit before, but in truth, in reality, is that everything is all part of it. I shared on my Instagram also about this. Literally, we are able to disappear cancer, like this huge cancer tumor in the uterus. Sorry, I think it's not uterus. That's I can't remember where it was, but in less than 3 minutes, and it's captured, it's documented on video. It's the same thing like what we're using here, the same energy, right? But again, that requires really the belief system of the person, the patient, who's tuning into what we're talking about here. Only when we are willing, when we're able to recognize our true power of who we are open to receive everything. Healing is only a part of it, right? The physical part. And then this comes into the shape of the relationships, finances, opportunities, right? How we make it in life, the joy, the fitness, the health, you name it, like everything that we want. But we first got to tune into who we are. We can really bend reality in ways that before we know this, right? We couldn't even think of. But once we tune into this new world is like incredible. This is why you were saying, we talk about new earth leaders. New earth leaders is really about this. If we are choosing to live in the new earth, by the way, this is already new earth, okay? So as I shared in one of my channeled message from the source, from divine, it is really about, don't worry, don't be scared. No matter what it is, we're all in it together. We're carrying each other. That's why I'm committed to the work which I'm doing, mostly energetically, like in the background. I don't even need to claim anything. I'm doing the work in the background. So then everybody is carried in this space. Because the space is not about saying, pointing fingers, you should do this, you haven't done this. It is actually about unconditional love from the heart. Like I'm feeling my heart beat in the same beat as all of you. We are one heart.
This is so beautifully said. You are so right. And it just makes so much sense, like you're listening to these amazing words of wisdom.
And this is the words of the wisdom of the one. And it's all within ourselves. Most people think, oh no, I'm not a leader. Well, it's because you gave up your power. Because we are always leaders for ourselves first, for our children, for our relationships, for our work. Like basically everywhere you go, you have relationships. If you don't take your role as a leader, oh, you will be impacted. You will be thrown around. You will experience all of this unwanted experiences. And there's nothing wrong with that. Right? If you choose to continue to experience that, absolutely. But if you're saying, oh, I had enough of that, and I want to choose to experience something else, then this is what it is. Right? Commit to ourselves. And another very important aspect of this is that because we all were hurt, right? We had all this limitation, old programs, right? Stuff that we put in our system, in our subconscious mind, that if we do the clearing, it's in that dark room, right? When we see all the stuff that we bump into. But if you choose to clear all of the stuff, then we have so much space, right? So that's another aspect, very important, is that when we are not fighting, then we have energy to actually look into it, right? And we can actually clear our space. So clearing, for me, is always, always very important. Very important. It's something that I literally commit myself to do every day in so many different ways. When talking about physically, there's one very important thing which I do. It's called coffee enema. So coffee enema is one of the staple treatment in Gerson therapy for curing cancer. So Gerson therapy has been over 100 years now discovered. It is so powerful. It is so powerful. It cures cancer. But of course, the American government, they didn't want it. They threw it out and they're destroying it, persecuting it. So now their center is set up in Mexico. And people from around the world fly over there to receive this alternative treatment. So what they do is that simply just use organic vegetables and carrot juice and coffee enema. And then the cancer is cured. Of course, this is one of the physical way of approaching curing cancer, right? As I shared, energetically, we can also do a lot of that. But of course, if we do it combined, like it's so, I don't want to use this word simple, but once we tune into this new way of looking at things, nothing is what it seems. Really, nothing is what it seems. So coffee enema, if you look into it, you can search online. There are many interesting aspects to it. Some people say this, some people say that, but you can just understand, right? Other people, they have certain agenda about this. But in Gerson therapy, this is their staple. They do it every day. Because we're so loaded with poison and toxins inside of the body, you've got to release that. And so what happens is that there's something in the coffee that administered through the rectum. This is the enema. Okay, so if I'm not gonna go into the details to explain. If you're interested, look into and search for yourself. So basically, once it's administered through the rectum, there's certain elements from the coffee enema. Coffee can directly go to the liver and stimulate the liver to flush all the toxins and release it. It's very, very powerful, right? So it gives you this incredible cleanse. This is probably the most powerful cleanse you could ever get.
Wow.
Of course, there are other ways, but I just stick to this one. I've been sticking to it over almost a decade now. I love it. I shared with everyone, my family, and my mom. Even my mom was doing it earlier. She was showing me. I was so proud of her.
Wow, this is amazing. And to be honest, you look absolutely radiant in all ways. So I'm so grateful that you are sharing these amazing, wonderful processes at the end of the day that you use for yourself that help you keep a healthy divine body, because we need to also respect and honor our human form here. So what better way than to keep it healthy and in the most amazing energy in order to help us fulfill our mission. This is just beautiful, my dear. And I know that by now Everyone will want to connect with you, my dear. Can you please tell us where can we get in touch with you? All about your business. What do you do? And how can people have a talk with you today?
Oh, absolutely. I do have my link. I think it's in your post as well. I think people can find it everywhere. It's the link tree link, which contain all my links to my website and to my social media, YouTube. Having said that, I'm not really focused on so much of getting out there because I think less is more, and also focus on within is very, very powerful, as we already discovered, right? Once you tune into your power, you can do anything. You can bend your reality in ways you have never even thought of, right? So when we say everything is possible, it is really not just the saying, it is truth. And I am walking on this path. And there's so many different things which I explored. I didn't even have time to share with you today. But I mean, as we go on, of course, I will be able to share more. I also started this project called Freedom Project, which I'll be putting on my website, sharing resources and sharing all of these things which I think it's going to be helpful because this is my journey of exploring, right? So, but again, it's a choice. You can tune into that and get whatever that you need. But also, I have a program which I'm designing specifically for this project as well, for the people who are interested in really shortcut the whole process, right? So that you can be guided to be the best selves, right? I mean, not the best selves, what you call this, like to shortcut to connect with your true self in the most effective way. Because this is also my commitment. What is that one thing that can change everything? And that's what I'm interested in. So all my exploring, all of this, it's about that. So this program which I offer, I call it Be You. This is the thing, be you, right? How can we be ourselves? Because being you is the missing piece in this world. Again, that message we talked about, the one person who's tuned in, turned on, and connected with true self is more powerful than millions who are not. So if you really want to make a difference to yourself, to your family, to the community, and to the world in large, it's not about we going out to do this. It is actually now high time to go within and do the work, know thyself, dance with the fear, and then we can together really shape and bend and shift this reality to the way that we want to see, create a world that works for everyone. And this is not even a saying anymore, this is happening because I'm holding the space for that, right? And it's up to me because I'm the center of my universe. So if you're interested in tuning in, I do have a special offer for this program. If you connect with me, and I'll be able to share more details with you. And I mean, I'm here really to serve, to be the space. And you are the leading role. I'm here just to be the space and holding you, guiding you, provide all this incredible access that we're talking about, like, because I think the most important thing is how do we actually conquer and overcome the subconscious mind programming, right? I mean, of course, this is a journey because our journey is not about like we go boom, turn it like this. This is actually not what we meant to do. But if you really want to do, sometimes it requires for certain people. I do have this incredible access in 5 minutes. Your subconscious limiting beliefs can really turn around, especially regarding money, regarding love, relationships, because so many people are so caged within that, right? We don't even know. And we have muscle testing. You can literally test yourself to see how it's working, how incredible it is. Because when you shift from there, your subconscious mind, that's like your energy, right? Everything else around you will shift naturally. Like people even change. I mean, because how you perceive the world changes, the world literally changes in front of you, right in front of you. Right? So this is kind of exciting things that we can do, and also a lot of energetic work we can do as well. There's so many incredible accesses which I'll be talking about from different aspects of our life, our areas. It's about mastering ourselves, right? So for me, this is a no-brainer. After all my years of exploring, this is the truth. Come back to the self.
Wow. Beautifully said, my dear. And to be honest, I don't know how an hour already flew by. It was just magnificent talking to you, my dear. And in the name of everyone watching us and listening to us, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for sharing your beautiful, amazing story with us. Such divine insights that we are going to have such an amazing weekend. And I'm speaking for everyone listening to us, just thinking of how amazing it is to just connect with yourself, go back to your true self, and you don't need to do anything else. So thank you, my dear, for being with us. What an honor.
Thank you so much. It is really flowing, and it is also because of the space, right? I really want to acknowledge you as well. I mean, it's truly, I mean, I have been watching and observing and seeing. Right? I called you Wonder Woman, and it's not for no reason. And this is your beautiful space, your heart. And we can really see and feel that, the love that you have, and also the commitment. Because you see, we all are on this journey. We have different pace. There's no need to compare. You know, some people, yes, at this pace, you want to go out and then, you know, create all of this variety and be out and explore. Amazing, right? And you are on this journey, taking this role and managing so much, right? I mean, my head off to you. Truly amazing, amazing Wonder Woman. And we love you so much, and we appreciate you and like this beautiful space, and also everybody else. I mean, this will be meaningless without you being here. So you are so important to everything there is. Everybody. I mean, don't ever we forget this. We are all important to all there is. Just acknowledge our divine being, divine self, and we are all here, being together, one heart. So, eternal
Wow.
love and gratitude.
Beautifully said, Jing. Indeed, thank you to everyone watching and listening to us. All of my love and gratitude goes to you, my dear Jing, and to everyone watching us and listening to us. And I cannot wait to see what more magic you create in your life, my dear. Thank you so much.
I cannot wait to see all of you creating your magic. Oh my God, yeah, tune into the self. This is the magical world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And have a great weekend, everyone. Lots of love.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And saying goodbye to our friends on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being with us. Connect with Jing. You are going to find all her details in the description of this live session. Your life will be transformed by just having a talk with her as it is happening to me. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with another great live topic. Oh.